Jaime. Gracias, Jaime. Bueno, pues una vez vistas estas dos visiones del libro desde Madrid, nos vamos a ir a Nueva York, por lo menos en la comunicación. Aquí tenemos a Colin, yo creo que ya ha quedado con una cara más desesperada que la de hace un ratito. Y que yo quería preguntarle a Colin un par de cosas. Una de ellas es la experiencia del proyecto No Impact Man duró un año, pero en el que fue asumiendo distintas iniciativas progresivamente. Al final, en su vida diaria, cotidiana, actual, Colin, ¿qué es lo que queda de todo eso?
Oh, well, first of all, let me say thank you so much for everybody being here, and good afternoon, and thank you to the panelists for their kind comments. I want to say a couple of things before I answer your question. One is that the reason why I embarked on the No Impact experiment was because I was deeply disappointed with the efforts of my own government in terms of doing something about climate change. Of course, we are in the middle of an emergency when it comes to climate, and need to do something quickly. And so, Impact Man was a twofold experiment. One was just to say, if our government is not working fast enough, maybe we the people should consider taking things into our own hands. And do something. Why wait for the government? Why wait for the government to tell us that we shouldn't be driving gigantic cars or making other sorts of environmental impact? And then the other thing was that the depth of our problem when it comes to climate and our other environmental crises is so great that laws alone, government regulation alone, it won't do the trick. That in fact, we're going to have to look for different ways to live as people and as a. That isn't to say to look for worse ways or for deprived ways. It's to say that we have energy efficient ways. And the important thing that we discovered during the course of the No Impact Man experiment was that as we consumed fewer resources, we actually discovered some more subtle joys in our life. So, for example, we we're very used to ordering takeout food and rushing home and throwing ourselves down in front of the television and hypnotizing ourselves in such a way that we never really paid attention to each other's family. Kind of a typical New York City lifestyle. And when we did No Impact Man, we couldn't have takeout food because of plastic bags. We cooked only local food, so all of a sudden we were finally getting back and eating together. The kitchen table became the television. And so our family came together again. And then slowly friends started to come over until our house became kind of a soap center, eventually as a result of trying to use fewer resources. So this takes me to the conclusion that certainly to live individually more environmentally, that possibly that when we do good for the planet, we do good for ourselves. And so one of the things I hope is that we can get away from this idea that take care of our environmental crises means that we have to drive ourselves as people. In fact, I think that in many ways it gives us the opportunity to return to real human values and to prioritize what's most important about our lives. Just being kind to each other, living in community, spending time with each other. So, sorry, just to get back to your question, which is what do we keep? The whole thing is that so much of what we did just made sense for us as a family. So, for example, in New York City, many people take the taxi to the gym so that they can then run in place on the treadmill. It makes sense for us as a family to continue riding our bicycles, get around, and to get our exercise as part of our daily routine. It makes sense for us to eat good local food from farmers who we can trust, where the food is produced more environmentally, but it also has no chemicals in it whose names we don't know how to pronounce, and which may very well not be well. For us, there's really no problem to reduce electricity use to 20% of what there is no impact here, because we gave up our air conditioner, which is two air conditioners, which were the biggest use of electricity. And we have a few hot nights, but on those nights we pack up our little grill and we go and we hang out by the fountain in my park and towers. Okay. And then finally, the thing that I keep from that year that I think is really important is that I continue to be engaged and to work with my fellow citizens, encouraging them to be engaged too, because our governments cannot take action on these basic problems unless they believe that they have citizens. And most particularly here in the United States, there are many special interests who vehemently oppose doing anything on climate change. For example, our Chamber of Commerce, organization that represents business in the United States, is vigorously lobbying against climate change legislation because they believe it's not in the interest of business. So it's very important, I think, for us as citizens, I can't speak to the situation in Spain, but in the United States, to be very clear that we care about our planet. We care about having a way of life that's good, both good for ourselves and for others. And so the last thing that I keep is being very active in helping citizens to make these concerns known. So again, I just want to say thank you for this wonderful.
Y Colin, una cuestión más antes de dar paso a alguna pregunta si quiere hacer alguno de los profesionales de la prensa aquí en la sala. Aparte de eso, desde la aparición del documental y desde la aparición del libro en Estados Unidos, Colin, ¿se ha visto en alguna medida condicionada tu vida? ¿Te está siendo todavía más difícil no impactar?
You know, doing press conferences like this one. And it turns out that to try and live environmentally takes a certain amount of time. It takes more time. Some things take less time, like in New York, to ride your bike is actually faster than any other kind of traffic. But in particular, the time it takes to acquire local food and store local food consuming. And so because of the release of the book and the film, my own personal life has become this year, which means it's harder. And that begs a really important question, because it should not be harder to live in ways that are better for the planet and better for people. To live environmentally, to live healthily, should really be as easy as falling off a log. So when to live sustainably in our own individual lives is difficult, that points to the fact that the cultural systems that supply our needs are not working. And it points to the fact that not only is it important that I, as an individual, live my life according to my as well as possible, but if I want to make it easier for the rest of my community to also live environmentally, and to also live healthily, then I have to get involved in doing what it takes to help the system too. Because here in the United States, our agricultural system is very centralized, very corporate. The food is produced not so much for the health of the people. It's all predicated on the idea that we should eat more. It is not always a good thing. So what I'm saying is that in addition to individual action, where we find individual action hard, individual sustainable living hard, that points to a place where the system